What is going on, guys? This is ReevoH here, and I've finally decided to stop being lazy and upload a Dota 2 game. And I need to turn the sound down a bit, it's a little too loud. And right now I'm rummaging through the screen because for some odd reason the customizer is bugged. And no matter what I click on, it will not change the look of my character. So it was confusing and it was annoying, so I just kept clicking around. Anyway, playing with my buddy Virus, and we are just doing some pub action, and I decided to play Witchdoctor because I love me some Witchdoctor. Yeah, see how many masks I have, and it wouldn't let me. I really want to use my rare mask because it looks awesome. But it would not let me. I bet if I go back in the game now it'll work. Probably because it needed an update or something. Anyway, so this is pretty much my first game where I will be commentating like I am doing now after I've played, so that I can point out things and I can concentrate more on. It's like playing the piano. You learn the left hand first, and then you learn the right hand, and then you bring them together to make the song. I'm playing the game, and then I'm recording the audio so that they're both good quality, and then I'm putting them together, and we'll see how that works. And of course I am talking throughout the game, but you can't hear me because I didn't record that part. But you will be able to hear other people in the game if I decide to put the volume that high. Anyway, this is the first game where I've actually of this sort, except for the Pudge one that I uploaded. And what you'll notice is I like to play support a lot. And I'm going to be going through the menu here real quick, turning down the sound. Anyway, I like to play support quite a bit. And you'll find that I always buy wards, and I always buy the couriers, and I always am buying sentries and dust and other things like that. And I actually alt-tabbed here for a second, but I am back. So I believe I purchased the courier. Not sure about that one. I think I did, yeah, with my super unusual rare courier that I am so very fond of, the unusual speed demon.
Time for shots.
Anyway, I have got the wards, and I'm going top with, I believe, DK, and my buddy is going mid. He is playing Viper. But right here you can see I stunned him and I killed the haste room, which was pretty cool. My team liked that, as you can see by the chat there.
A twisted path.
Anyways, right now I'm kind of playing the role of babysitting the Dragonknight, which I'm going to be doing by harassing a lot and making sure that there is vision everywhere by placing wards, stacking the creep camps, and pulling them so that the DK can farm safely near our tower.
Fuck, I took the wrong skill. Damn it. Oh well.
The only bad thing about doing this is that most of my games I have very, very little gold, and it becomes difficult to get my basic items.
Yes.
But so we're on top lane here with Shadow Shaman and Tide Hunter, and I believe I just alt-tabbed again here real quick to fix something. So you'll have to excuse me for this. I actually might just cut through this when I edit it. Any day now, we will be back. Aha, we are back.
Yes, indeed.
So anyway, my goal is to stack these stack these camps and pull, so that I can try to get some gold, and so that the enemy team will be denied gold and experience. I noticed that the top camp there was pretty much. There was a ward blocking it, so it was unable to be stacked. So right now I'm trying to save up for some sentry wards to get rid of it. Doing a little bit of harassing as well. And I do, if I remember correctly, I do quite a bit of harassment here without any coming back towards me, which is really what you're going to want to do in this situation. Just harass him as much as you can so that your carry can farm.
On
If that was a specter, if that was a viper, if it was a faceless void, any of those sorts like that, then I'd be doing the same thing I'm doing right now. Now sometimes I like to just play and get lots of last hits and be carried Witchdoctor, but I decided to be nice and proper this game.
Yes.
So there's a failed attempt there. That camp that I just pulled, you can pull at, I believe it's 23 or 53. Let me double check.
All's well.
Let's see.
Very fine.
Yes, so that camp that I'm messing with at the
By
moment,
my
you can
bones.
pull at 53 or 23. If you pull at any 3, or if you pull at 53, excuse me, it will double stack and it will pull the creeps from the lane down to it, killing them quickly and denying your enemy the golden experience.
A twisted
Just trying to get some denies here, and that's another one of my goals as a babysitter, as they would say,
Oh, why'd
for
you
the
direct
Dragonknight.
away from me? I need my bottle.
Get denies, stack the camps, pull the camps, and there I finally got enough money to get a sentry ward, which was basically just money that I accumulated from the base gold increase. I don't think I got any last hits other than that. Anyway, I found it and I killed it, so next minute there should be some spawns there.
With vim and vigor.
So getting chased by Tide here, telling DK that I need him to stun him if he comes further, but he did not. Also right here I'm telling DK to watch Shadow Shaman's ward because he has one ward in his inventory. He placed one down and I took care of that, and he has one left in his inventory, so I told DK, watch Shadow Shaman. When he places that ward, or when you no longer see that ward in your inventory, let me know, and then I'll go and I'll
Yes, indeed.
be able to take care of that with my remaining sentry.
By my bones.
So it finally, the creeps finally spawned there. Set me back a bit,
Storm
but
Spirit's
was able to
missing.
take care of it with that
Never mind,
sentry
he's here.
ward.
Here I come. A
So yeah,
twisted
just kind of
path.
bouncing back and forth between trying to get these. Oh, and here I think we're gonna go for a kill on Shadow Shaman.
By my bones.
There's a stun, there's a maledict, and he's pretty much done.
Storm
Of
Spirit's
course, I got
missing.
pretty low as well, but nothing too drastic. Just use a healing salve there and a clarity potion, and I'm good to go.
With
So it's
vim and
almost
vigor.
53 seconds, and that's when I'm going to pull the camp, or 52, I'm sorry. Yeah, there we
On
go.
my rounds.
And if I was a little more talented at that, I probably wouldn't gotten hit there, canceling that clarity.
Very fine.
So now I have both camps stacked, and I need to pull the lower camp at 23 or
Yes,
53
indeed.
into the lane, going diagonal.
Dark initiation.
I believe there's a few examples of that are successful.
Yes, SS is still missing.
So I went ahead and ate that tree there with a tango just to make it a little bit easier to pull them. You don't have to do that. It's not
Alright, he's back
required,
mid.
but again, there you go.
Very
There's a
fine.
successful pull. So that was at 23 seconds that you're able to do that on the
Yes,
dire side.
indeed.
Now it's just a matter of trying to get those last hits. Of course, I fail there. And then just for practice, and if they're near me, I'll go ahead and try to deny.
Yes.
So there's that second ward that he had, so I know that where that is, so it's really not difficult for me to go and kill it. In fact, I think that my sentry before even showed its location. But here I think we're going to be able to kill Tide.
Soccer is
I'm
just
not
mid, so
totally sure. All I know is I'm low health and I'm going to get cornered, so I run off over here towards the shop, grab a TP just in case.
Twisted path.
Bad things are happening to DK. Oh, and then I see Disruptor, and I'm like, uh-oh.
I'm coming for him.
So I wait here. I was getting ready to stun him,
Can you stun him at all or anything?
but he vanished.
That's too
Probably
late
going
now.
through the trees south there, so. Wasn't able to do
Left.
that, but
Yeah.
wasn't sure what was going on, if there was
You
a really
can't
heavy
see.
gank going on, so I
If
just
he
played it
goes
safe.
like that,
Middle tower
you wouldn't
is
have been able to see him,
under
neither would we.
attack. Malpractice makes
Of course, trying to get
Your
those
middle
denies.
tower is under attack.
So going back into the forest to, well, finally kill that
Orswin.
ward that they set down. That's one important thing when you're playing on this top lane, and
By
even if
my
you're in the lane or
bones.
if you're the babysitter, you're going to really want to check the enemy's inventories to
Storm
make sure
Spirit's
that they're not,
missing, he probably
or
got
so
the
that you
rune.
can tell when they're buying wards to
Yep, I'm dead.
block your creep camps.
For what?
So I have 0 items, as you can see, except for a teleport scroll, which is just really bad. So I decided I would buy some stat items, which I believe I bought just a circlet of mobility. I think it was what I got.
I was dead anyways. It's fucking Storm Spirit, dude.
So it's way more important for DK to get the last hits, but so I'm gonna let him if he tries to go for them. If he doesn't, though, I'm gonna try to get
Tower
him.
is under attack. A twisted path.
So this is great here because it's forcing
Your top
it's
tower
forcing
is
the
under attack.
Radiant team, Shadow Shaman and Tidehunter to do something. And here it looks like we're gonna have a fight. So there's the stun there. There's the Maledict on Tidehunter, although I don't think it's going to be enough. DK's doing what he can. Viper teleported in top, but it's just not going to happen. You do have some action here, though. SK is getting a very nice ult off. Getting CC'd, but he will be able to take him out. I'm waiting there at the top to see if I have to throw a stun, but I was too far away. Didn't matter anyway, because they made it happen. And now see these creep camps that I've stacked here, now my teammates are taking advantage of, and that's the ultimate role of support, is to help your teammates out. So that works. If I don't end up getting the gold, it's fine for me because I know that it's going to benefit them as well.
Here I come.
I know I'd rather have DK have a lot of farm or Viper have a lot of farm, and ultimately it's going to benefit us most.
Vim and vigor.
So in about 3 seconds here, that top camp will spawn again.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I think I actually accidentally blocked that camp. I shouldn't have been there because it would
Dark extract.
have actually spawned. So that was my bad on that one.
Very fine.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I do think this top camp
Yes,
here
indeed.
did get, yep, it spawned, so at 52, I'm going to want to pull that. Now, the reason why you don't just want to pull this
By
camp
my
at 15 or
bulls.
45 every single time is because there's not enough creeps to
Storm
kill
Spirit's
the lane
You
creeps
must
when they get
beat the
pulled.
drum to
And
hear its tale.
if you just pull them without double stacking,
With
it actually
vim and
makes the lane
vigor.
really strong, and it will push the lane, which is opposite of what you want to happen.
Yes,
So you
indeed.
stack it, and then the creep camps become really strong, and they're able to kill
Oh, yeah.
the waves of lane creeps, denying your enemy XP and gold, and giving you a way to farm if you're the support or the babysitter. Gives you opportunities to last hit the creep
Very
camps,
fine.
creep camp creeps.
Of course.
So it's 11:15. I'm going to pull that there.
Rounds.
And since it's a double stacked camp, it's going to be perfect. They're going to wipe out that lane really quickly, allowing DK to stay safely next to the tower
Yes.
and farm as he chooses. Ideally, DK would come over here and getting some last hits, missing some last hits. I'm always practicing denying, even if there's nobody around me, just to keep up on my practice. Sometimes you get lucky like this, and you can get a second pull. Although that one should have been a second pull, but it was just a ranged creep that got hit.
Oh, why didn't you stun him?
Here I come.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Let him.
It's about that time in the game where I need to buy wards, and of course there's fights going on here, which I didn't realize, so I'm going to be going in there. A bunch of low health guys. There's the stun. Stun's going to do some serious damage. There's Maledict. This is going to net me a double kill, and ultimately a triple kill, I believe.
A twisted path.
All I have to do is auto attack, boom, and boom, and there we go. And I believe I'm going to die here, but it was well worth it for the triple kill.
Medicine.
Now I was pulling, so I should have had better map awareness there. I probably would have been able to help, but at the same time, you know, you never know if I would have been able to get that triple kill, so it all worked out. And I don't think DK died, which is good, which is what we want. We want DK to just be sitting pretty, farming for as long as possible there up top.
In Dota 1,
Finally able to get all the items that I purchased.
He's a fat dude.
The problem is when you have
He's
one
just a
courier
fat
and 5
guy.
players that want to use the courier, it's like so oftentimes you can hardly ever get your items, so it's a dying there. I went ahead and doubled up on my the teleport scrolls so that I would always have one in my inventory. Now I'm telling these guys that they should go and bait on Void, Faceless Void, and then bait his ultimate so that I can place a Maledict and ulti him while he's inside of his ultimate. But they were not wanting to do that. They thought it was too dangerous. So it ends up not happening. Kind of just sitting there, waiting for stuff to happen there on bottom, trying to get some ganks.
Yes,
Trying to keep Void Hunter down so that he, or Void Hunter, Faceless Void down so that he doesn't get farmed and he doesn't end up taking the game later on.
Forward.
So if they would have gone on him right there, I'm fairly confident something good would have happened from it, but they did not want to.
Very fine.
And then when he finally decides to go, he's way out of position and they all come in. And I do drop the stun, and I do get the Maledict off of Storm Spirit, and I do get the ultimate, but then Void comes over and he ults me. But works out because he dies, but it's a 2-for-1 trade. In fact, I think I die here as well. I get the stun off, and I even use my salve at the last second, but it just wasn't enough. And I seriously think that if we would have gone sooner than that, good, you know, it would have went way better than that.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
They said they knew there were 3, but if you knew there were 3, why would you dive there all the way down there instead of attacking them by the tower? But you know, whatever.
Your bottom tower is under
Arguing with your teammates, never a good idea. So finally getting a respawn here. Buying wards again, as you can see. I'm decided to go back top and stack these camps again. SK's claiming that he should just get his dagger before we do any team fighting. So it's 52 right on the dot, so go ahead and pull the camps. Stack that camp up.
Forward.
So I've got the ward, so I'm going to go ahead and place on top rune there. That's going to go ahead and protect DK, and DK might not have died if I was paying more attention. Again, map awareness is really key in this. And I believe this is a huge fail. So instead of just going for Storm, we decided to go for Tide, but Tide teleported out, so epic fail. And Storm just runs away. So it's times like those that you're just like, really? Really? But you know what happens. So getting denies, and I'm going to go back to the forest and stack these guys up. Now, here's a ward that I really like to place. It allows me to see everything that's going on in the top portion of the map. If I see people teleporting into the tower, that'll notify me of what might be going on. And here I tried to do a 53 pull, but it just didn't work.
Yes.
This camp is nice and stacked, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it at 15.
A twisted path.
Just keep denying them their experience in gold by killing off our lane creeps.
Yes,
giving me opportunity to get the last hits and get some money.
Here I come. All's well.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Sometimes I'll do a stun like there, and it'll help me get the last hits. I won't have to worry about being so precise. But I get the main important one, 75 gold, so that's good.
Forward.
And there's another camp spawning right away, which is nice.
Storm Spirit's going bottom.
On my rounds.
He's gonna get
It's
to
8,
him. I can't stop him.
12, right, 18, 12 right now, so I've got just
Go.
a few more seconds to do the pull, but I decided, screw it, I'm just going to immobilize and cask them and get all of the gold.
Yes.
And then I go for a pull here, but I don't think it ends up happening, which is a good thing because there's a fight. Alright, there's the Maledict and the stun. Hop on Tidehunter. Tidehunter's going to ult, but it's not going to help him because Maledict, not even the Maledict, the Fire Breath's going to take him out. Not like he needs it, but I do throw down the stun again. Finish off Shadow Shaman. So good things happening on top. That's to be expected with the Witchdoctor stun, the SK stun, the DK stun. Stuns everywhere. And then Maledict. I mean, it's just, it's brutal.
Radiant structures
So
are fortified.
I play a very offensive Witchdoctor, so I typically get the AoE heal, which at the moment the name escapes me. I usually get it last, which may or may not be a bad idea depending on the game. But for me, I'd rather have a cast that bounces and a Maledict that's really strong early than having a heal early. But that's just my opinion.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sure
Let's
certain
just stay
games
middle.
are going to warrant a better decision, or the alternate decision.
Disruptor's with him too, I think.
So I finally get 1,000 gold, 1,100 gold to buy my mana boots. Now another great decision on Witchdoctor is the phase boots because it allows him to have an extra bit of speed to get the stuns off, or the Maledicts,
Yeah,
and it adds to his base damage, which potentially stacks up when he casts Maledict
apparently
on an
nobody
enemy hero.
wants to do anything about it.
So great decision, but I have been having mana problems all day, and there's a super epic fail, but that's okay, that happens. But anyway, I wanted to get the mana boots because I was having lots of mana problems in the early game here.
All's well.
Just kind of hanging out, waiting. Void is farming mid. We're kind of talking amongst ourselves,
Very fine.
amongst our team,
Your
and
middle
deciding what we
tower
want to
is
do about it.
under attack.
Forward.
Ideally, you'll gank Void as much as possible to the point where he just cannot focus on getting his higher
He has no
end
ulti.
game items. So we're gonna go for a gank on mid here. I'm gonna
This
go ahead
won't hurt a
and
bit.
stun Void here, and I do get the Maledict off, but he gets away just in time.
On my rounds. What? Yeah.
I'm just kind of hanging around in mid here because this tower is very low, but then noticing there is action going top, so I
tower's
decide that
almost
it'd be a good idea to go top to pick these guys off while he stays and takes the mid tower, but didn't actually need to go up
The enemy's
really
middle
anyway
tower has
because
fallen.
they had it covered. So
Yes,
He still got the tower. They didn't deny it.
it's about time to buy some health or some survivability items, so I went ahead and get the bracer while I've got money. Noticing nobody is in mid at all, I'm going to go ahead and try to get some last hits. Of course, failing.
Strong medicine.
There we go.
What?
Getting last hits wherever I can. Now I stayed a little bit too long, but it was alright. Ended up working out.
With vim and vigor.
Using my own heal to heal up a bit.
On
Always checking the, as you can see, I was just checking the wards to make sure that those were purchased, and they were, so I didn't have to buy them. In that scenario, that's awesome. That means your team is being very helpful. There's a stun on Shadow Shaman, and it looks like everything is going to be going awesome, but somehow Void, I fail at the Maledict, and Void gets away. But we do get the Shadow Shaman, so that's good.
Has fallen.
Very fine.
I really should have just saved the mana, saved the 120 mana, casted the Maledict here or something like that.
Yes. Yes.
So now we've got four bottom, and we have one Viper mid, who is just farming away, and that's totally fine by me, because our goal is to push take towers while Viper ends up farming. Gonna go ahead and get the extra stats for the survivability on my magic wand there.
Yes.
Your middle tower is
Going for the stun, and not really needed, but definitely gonna secure the kill. This Disruptor, he was just playing way too aggressive like all game, so you're gonna see that as a recurring theme here, him dying.
Here I come.
So here I find DD, and there's no one really around. Maybe Viper, but I decided to get it because if I end up stunning and maledicting somebody, that double damage is gonna easily net me a kill. So I ended up taking that, and I want to go do something with it. So I go bottom with where the rest of my team is.
For what?
Going into the forest. And there's Storm Spirit, we see him. And now we got DK here, feeling pretty strong, pretty confident here in this next team fight coming up. Here's Void here, but nothing really happens, I don't think. Yeah, but this is a good time to push bottom since we have 4 here and a double damage room. Controlling their forest is always a good thing. If Void is there and he would otherwise be farming those camps, if we're scaring him off, that's just extra benefit for us late game.
By my bones.
We're going to attempt to push on the tier 1 bottom tower here.
Yes, indeed.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Of course, SK is going to teleport out randomly, probably to save mid.
Yeah, Tide tried to kill me. He blew everything, his ulti, everything, and I just fucking auto-attacked him the entire time.
Your middle tower has fallen.
So I finally got my completed wand. That's going to just help with some survivability.
Over here now. I'm over here.
SK almost getting a kill there, but Storm Spirit's just too... he can escape too easily.
For what?
So I'm notifying
By my bones.
SK of the faceless that's coming straight at his face in mid, but I even pinged, I voice communicated with him, but he didn't react. Just example of map awareness that you don't want to have. So I did get the stun though on Void. It's a good trade actually, now that I think about it, because I'd much rather have Void die than I'd rather trade for the SK, especially if it's a faceless Void.
Your bottom tower is
And right now I'm
under
giving
attack.
him crap about the fact that I told him, and he was just kind of like, "Urgh." But you know, happens to the best of us. Happened to me top, so just kind of dancing around in the field there, waiting for the walls to drop away. Again, another DD. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick it up because no one's around me, and I don't want them getting it. Allowing them to do something with it, make a play happen.
Come on, man. I've got Shadow Blade. I can just fucking chase him down so easy.
I thought here if I could get a stun, maybe a Maledict, I could kill him, but he was just too aware. If he was a little less aware, it might have
Warlock, next time just go for
been a kill.
Well.
Now here I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm saving for deciding that I want to go Scepter. Which in retrospect I probably should have gone BKB first because of all the CC they had, all the stuns and everything like that they had, disruptions. But I do buy the Ogre Axe of +10 strength for more survivability. The reason why I do this is just so when I'm casting my ultimate and I get targeted, I have enough health with the bracer and the ogre club, or in the ogre axe that I just have.
A twisted
Have enough
path.
HP to survive an ultimate. So this I knew was just a really
Yes,
bad
indeed.
idea, but I went anyway. And of course I'm the only one there, so they all focus me. Faceless comes in and it's good. I am done. It's really not that great of a trade anyway, because Viper dies and then Faceless gets his ultimate off. And there's Tide with his ultimate, so it ends up being a
The void.
a
Oh,
3 to
yeah.
2 trade, I believe. But Faceless dies
Maybe not. Don't.
anyway, so I mean, stupidly, but whatever. Our DK was able to get a stun and a breath of fire off enough to kill him. So it ended up only being, well, a 4 to 2 trade, which is not good, but at least Faceless died. Anytime Faceless Void dies is a good time. You should celebrate that moment.
My powers alone restore me to health.
So again, I spawn and I again purchase another teleport scroll.
By my
And I see SK going in, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw out a stun for him. Not like he really needed it, but just to secure that kill.
Yes, indeed.
But again, I'm always trying to buy 2 teleport scrolls if I use one, so that I always have one, just in case things get crazy and I need to get out. So again, buying wards, keeping up on that for my team to make sure that
Yes.
my team has map awareness. That's a big part of winning, is having map awareness. If I buy wards all game and the other team doesn't have anyone that's going to buy wards, well, we have a huge advantage.
Very
Especially when you have a Faceless farming all game long, it's good. It's just good to have.
Forward.
So here I noticed that our DK really wasn't, he didn't have a helmet to the Dominator, so he wasn't stacking this the Ancients here, which is what you're going to want to do most of the time with DK. So I wait for 52 seconds, and I try to stack him,
Wither away.
but Warlock decides that he's going to run right in there and make that not happen, so which I give him crap about, of course. Not too much, but some.
All's well. Here I come.
Yep, so at this point in the game, it's a matter of who's going to make a mistake. And the mistake we made previously was going into the jungle, just the 2 of us. And they were just waiting for that to happen. And now we're just kind of both waiting for the other team to make a mistake. Of course, here now I'm just kind of lollygagging. I'm realizing that I do have the wards. So I should probably go place that on bottom
On
rune.
my rounds. Here I come.
Just checking real quick, Roshan, you can never be too, which is now a giant ReevoH, by the way, during the holidays.
Yes, indeed.
That's a great spot for a ward, by the way, up on that hill. It gives you great vision of the connector there. Alright, so here I went ahead and opened up, but he had kind of yelled at me a little bit, saying, you know, let's not do this, but it happened. And I think I die. Yep, I die, but so does Void and Disruptor. Yeah. I don't know. Viper really wanted me to probably not accompany him and let him go in invis, because he does have, he has a, I forget the item. The dagger that allows you to go invis. So he was being sneaky. Of course, he's doing work here, getting kills, getting away with low health. So that was only a 4-2 trade for us. So that's good for us. The only person that didn't die was Tidehunter. It's a good trade. That can happen every fight you're gonna be styling. Checking the wards again, they're out of stock, so go ahead and buy another town. scroll.
By my bones.
Make sure if I use it, I'll always have that extra one.
Yes.
So now I see that rune and I'm like, well, that could be a really good open up with a stun and a maledict and an possibly a good ultimate. So I'm going for that Invis rune there.
Yes. Invisibility.
So I'm not sure if they have wards or
He's
if
gonna
they have
ult you.
sentries. So I go over here to make sure that they can't see me.
Oh wow, I can't believe he's not gonna ult you.
And then I notice that they're actually
Void.
killing the ward,
For what?
killing the runes now.
I can't
So
believe Void didn't
they
ult
do
you.
have a sentry there, which is a good thing I'm not there.
Yes.
Checking his inventory, seeing one ward, but no
Yes,
sentries.
indeedy.
Right now I'm just checking everybody's inventory to make sure that they don't have those sentries. Now, who is it? Is it SK? Yeah, SK's coming in behind me, which is a bad idea because I'm invis. They don't know I'm there, but I'm going to come up behind them, go ahead and do the stun. And I'm saving the maledict. I pop the maledict, but I miss, and I do the ultimate, but I get sent back by Disruptor. But it ends up working out okay because got 2 deaths on the Radiant team and no deaths for the Dire, except for SK actually just dead. So there, Viper is just getting an ultra kill, which is amazing for our team. So it's perfect.
With vim and vigor.
Sexy, sexy scorpion.
Very fine.
So SK claiming that he, tanking claiming that he sacrificed there, so that
Radiant structures are
Viper could get that ultra kill. Either way, totally fine with me. So we're going to take this tower because we have that opportunity.
Practice makes perfect.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack.
By my bones.
So I'm just going to kind of sit here in the corner and put my heal on in hopes that it will hit Viper while he's fighting there. But it doesn't matter because they just have too much power, too much burst.
Yes. Very fine.
So since they've got 2 dead and we have none dead, we are
Yes,
continuing to push. Both of our carries fairly well fed. We're able to put a lot of pressure here. It's a matter of time though before they push us back.
A twisted path. On my rounds.
Yep, just hanging out,
Where there is
backing
hunger,
while we
there
can
are
so we
no
don't
old chickens.
and there of course is a regeneration rune, perfect for me,
The enemy's bottom
having
tower
0
has
mana,
fallen.
well low mana, so that works
For
out.
what?
Anytime that you can back and have nobody die, you're doing it right. If you are in an extreme lead scenario, I mean, that's great. You can push and push and push and die, but if it's fairly close, you know, getting out while you can is an important thing to do.
With vim and vigor.
Just kind of soaking up some experience here, letting Viper get all the money
Here I go.
so he can buy fancy items and kill guys for us. SK wanting to do
With
the giant
vim and
ReevoH
vigor.
Roshan, so we're gonna
Field
follow his
eyeballs,
advice
yeah.
there, go down.
A
Getting the other
twisted
piece of my
path.
scepter. Now just
They
needing
won't know I'm here. So
2 other
yeah.
pieces.
Suddenly Viper, man. What are you talking about? It's awesome.
And no, Maledict does not work on Roshan, otherwise that would be extremely overpowered. But had to blow some cooldowns.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
Alright, so it's pretty much streamlined from here. We get
On
Roshan
my
and
rounds.
we're not afraid to fight at that point.
Catch.
I did throw the stun at him, but
Yes.
his ultimate was able to negate that. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my
Alright,
AoE heal. heal up SK.
Bones. Forward.
So now it's just a matter of pushing the lanes in, forcing some team fights on the tier 2 towers on bottom.
Here I come. Yes, indeed.
So I found that I was having a lot of mana problems this game. I probably would have been better off going for like a Bloodstone or something like that as opposed to Scepter. I just wanted to be able to have the upgraded ultimate, to be honest.
How many dragons get mana, bro?
But the mana boots do help. So very soon here there should be a team fight. And the wards go down. Tide's ultimate is off along with his blink, and Faceless is going to pop his ultimate and try to get some kills. I am going to be CC'd during my ultimate. Gonna run around, getting the AoE heal off, getting the Maledict. And this Shadow Shaman's doing a great job of controlling me, but our carries are just too strong at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and heal these guys up, let them do their work. 2 dragons, not a fun time. Not a fun time for the enemy. Alright, so I'm able to get the stun off. Yep. And that's enough to have a full team wipe. And of course Viper and myself are still alive, so we're going to go ahead and take this tier 2 tower and push again to the tier 3 on bottom.
Will be night for all soon enough.
I heard there was a thing
Warlock
called
buying
death.
back. Not like it really matters,
I don't know what it is though.
but he's wanting to get into the fight as soon as possible. Push down mid maybe. I'm getting enough money to get my scepter, so I go ahead and buy this the second and third, or the third and fourth piece there to complete the item.
It tickles so much.
On my rounds.
Nom 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 heals. Thank you. I think our
So
team
Viper
already
just
set
soaking
the
up
team
heals,
for
kind of just
12
hanging
seconds.
out, waiting for the rest of our team to get here, and we're gonna make the push
It'll
on
be fun.
tier 3 tower.
Yes, indeed.
Looks like they want to do something.
I think I might. I don't know. I might get Monkey King Bar.
So I'm having such
Void.
a big mana problem this game that I decided to resort to Clarity Potions. Which, again, I probably should have gone with an item like the Bloodstone, just to have much more mana. Alright, so there is the ultimate by Faceless.
The fucking ulti.
And of course I'm getting turned into chicken here, so there's not much I can do. And I go and pop my ult, but Storm was just waiting for that moment so that he could turn me into a sheep. But it doesn't really matter for him because he's gonna die. And finally there's the Tide ult, which is perfect timing to get us both killed.
We all owe a life. I take yours.
So it didn't work out exactly how we wanted to, but at this point in the game we're in a good spot where we can... Oh yes, and I forgot about the Sand King shenanigans here. This is worth mentioning.
So much harder.
The Sand King's being chased by Faceless and by Tidehunter here. Of course he's able to get away. With the blink. Will he be able to get away? Yes, he will. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful stun. Just awesome.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
And I just had to compliment him for that.
Jokes, Nyaga jokes.
The only other problem with playing support is that I'm gonna die a lot. You know? I mean, I don't have very many items typically, so you get focused first and you end up dying the most. But it's worth it.
Oh, that was a terrible
The
place
reason why I
to
like
walk
playing
with
support
us.
is because I find that most pub
Oh,
players
poor guy.
don't want to buy wards, they don't want to buy the courier, they don't want to do things that like stack camps for other players and things like that. So if you end up doing that, it's a huge benefit to your team and it ends up in more wins. And for me, I find it fun, so it works for me. Again, though, like I said, I typically like to play
We need about
Witchdoctor
500
in
for
a
Butterfly.
very aggressive way, in an offensive way, and that's why I don't get heal until last. And often, if I do it right in the beginning game, I can get 5 to 6, sometimes even 10 kills, just with his ultimate and his Maledict combo. Here, I get focused because I'm the only one viewable, and my health goes down to, I don't even know, but it's really low. I don't know how I survived this. But Faceless gets CC'd again, and I ended up just taking him out with my
How did all
ultimate,
my
which just
auto
worked
attacks
perfectly.
miss the fucking
Probably
stone
didn't have to
spray?
use my ultimate, but I wasn't taking no chances.
Pass.
So that's a perfect scenario for us to go ahead and push mid.
Yes.
Sand King proclaiming that he saved me, which is pretty much true.
Twisted path.
He's saying that I would have died in 2 creep hits, which is probably true. Yeah, I was very shocked to have survived
The
that.
enemy's middle tower has fallen.
So now it's just left is the Rax.
The enemy's middle barracks.
I'll go ahead and drop the Maledict on Faceless, not like it's going to matter. I end up blocking SK a bit, but I think he would have died anyway from the Tidehunter ult. There's the stun, not like it matters. We just had some really, really good carries this game, is what it was. Viper did great mid, and DK was protected enough and got enough farm top to make a difference.
Have fallen.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
And Storm getting away with the Maledict, but he's going to most likely survive because of the Well's healing power. And it's so uneventful at the end here that I'm using my ultimate to pass the time.
Forward! Oh, your top tower is under attack.
A curse indeed.
Yeah, for some reason our SK disconnected, but it's not really a big deal.
Yes, indeed.
Waxing powers.
So now just a bunch of endgame shenanigans
A twisted
in the enemy base.
path. What? Yeah. It's up.
Throwing up the stun so people can get away, and Disruptor went ahead and blinked me, or what is it called? Glimpse. He glimpsed me away perfectly so I could escape. So as you can see,
Thanks, man.
really high level play going on
So
here.
our Sand King is DC'd, by the way, guys.
My rounds.
So we've got a little bit longer left in this game.
Very
I decided that I'm
fine.
going to go for BKB because that's what I should have gone for in the first place, either that or Bloodstone, because I just continuously get shut down when I try to use my ultimate, so I decided that a BKB would probably
I'm gonna
be
get a
the
heart.
most
Here I go.
beneficial
Just for
purchase
the
at this
lulz.
point. I'm
Since
able
I
to
already
get 2
do, like,
pieces.
massive damage.
Sand King saying that he was checking out Tidehunter's profile to talk crap about him, and he ended up freezing. Which is just funny.
All's well.
Illusion.
Is it up?
And so we're all going to be gathering around Roshan here for the second
Yeah, I didn't
time
think it
this
was
game,
up.
or third
Oh
time.
wow,
I
it
believe
just
it's second.
spawned. Okay, cool.
Yep, likes to pop up right
Nice
in the
timing, bro.
perfect timing there.
Oh, look at it go.
Don't ask why I'm using Maledict on him. It doesn't make any sense. I just realized Storm is using all of his abilities on an illusion. I could hear it. I couldn't see it, but I could hear it. And if you knew that the enemy team was at Roshan, would you be farming like nothing was going on? I wouldn't be, but you know, whatever. Void pays the price. I don't think he cares at this point either, because his team is not very nice to him, as we found out here towards the end.
All's well.
Going for our final push on bot lane. This should do it. This is when they start making fun of Faceless because of his score, but it's really because that's what we wanted to happen to him. So, and again, he died.
Yes, indeed.
He died a little unnecessarily in a few areas.
Catch.
That's fucking redundant.
And Storm is going to get maledicted and hit really hard with burst damage, but it's not going to matter because soon here you will see Storm die, and there it is.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
He's got a refresher, how cute.
Looks like Tide got a refresher, but it didn't really matter. And here, there's just so many other things going on more entertaining than myself that I ended up dying to Storm Spirit. And and Disruptor glimpsing Viper out of Faceless ultimate, which is perfect for us, not so good for them. And that's what happens when you get two carries really fed. It'll beat even a Faceless Void.
The enemy's bottom barracks have fallen. The enemy's bottom barracks have fallen. The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Yep, and it's just a matter of time before we end up taking top tower, and actually I don't even think we take top tower, I think we just push straight mid.
Fallen.
My bones.
So I can finally afford my BKB, which is really a negligible difference at this point in the game.
Stop making it go back.
But either way,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna get it.
God. I want my goddamn fucking heart.
Viper picking up a heart before the end.
For what?
The heart of Tarask.
By my bones.
I see Saiyan going for his ulti, so I pop the BKB, throw the stun, do the Maledicts, and get stunned. Or get frozen by Faceless ult. But that's okay, because I've got the ultimate, and end up netting me 2 kills. I don't quite think 3. Nope, 2 kills.
Here I come.
Either way, the game is over, guys. Thank you for watching. And again, this game was recorded live, and then I went ahead and, of course, placed the audio track in afterwards. Let me know what you think about this. I will, probably my next one I will do live. Also showing the in-game audio, so you can see the interaction between me and my teammates. Maybe I'll do that instead. But either way, give me your thoughts, and thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you guys later.
Look what the storm brought.